To some breaking news now, just into the newsroom. The Supreme Court has made a decision regarding access to the abortion pill Mifepristone. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey joining us live with this decision that, Tom, just came down a moment ago.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest Supreme Court cases we were waiting on, Marni, and it just came down minutes ago. The unanimous decision from the Supreme Court ruling against this challenge to the FDA's approval of Mifepristone, one of the abortion pills. So in layman's terms, for our viewers at home, for supporters of reproductive rights, supporters of access to the abortion pill, this, I think you could classify this as a win. Again, this is a unanimous decision that we're following here. This all revolved around a challenge by doctors, the Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine, challenging this FDA approval that made it easier to access these medicated abortions. And just for some perspective here, medicated abortions account for over half of all abortions in the United States right now. And the Supreme Court ruling sort of in favor of that access today. The FDA approved the access, which made it easier to obtain these abortion pills by mail, and it improved the changes that, the need for an in-person visit and that the drug can be mailed, like I said. So again, this ruling in favor of the Supreme Court of this FDA law that's been in place. Again, this is one of the biggest cases we've been following this term for the Supreme Court. This comes in the wake of the Supreme Court overturning Roe versus Wade, and this kind of marked the next chapter of the fight for abortion access. Anti-abortion people were targeting these pills that are used for abortions, like I said, in over half of all abortions across the United States. So a lot of people were watching this case, Marni, and again, a unanimous decision striking down this challenge to the FDA, leaving in place the access to these abortion pills, meaning that women in states can still get these abortion pills by mail. They don't require an in-person visit. And again, this, like I said, you could probably call this a win for reproductive rights supporters and abortion access supporters. This has truly, of course, been a very hot button issue in this country, and a lot of people were watching this one. This was the first decision to come down today. There's many cases still left undecided, and I think you could kind of safely say this is at least one of, if not the top case that people were waiting on. But a unanimous decision coming down from the court saying that the plaintiffs lacked standing to overturn the access to overturn the FDA's the law in this case. The doctors who challenged this FDA case were saying that they suffered direct harm when they had to provide abortion pills. So again, a unanimous decision striking down this challenge to medication abortion access, Marni.
Right, so it can remain widely available now, the drug Mifepristone. The other big case, Tom, that we're waiting on is the presidential immunity case. Any word if a decision on that is going to come down today?
Well, actually, it's one of those days where we're stationed outside the Supreme Court here, and for some behind the scenes, reporters like me are clicking refresh on the Supreme Court page right now, waiting for some decisions to come down. I don't believe that decision has come down yet, but that all revolves around presidential immunity. The other, probably the big case, if you're going to rank access to abortion pills or the presidential immunity, likely at the very top of these cases we're monitoring right now from the Supreme Court. The one we're waiting on is in regards to the election interference case against former President Trump. He's made this argument that he was simply investigating the claims of voter fraud for the 2020 election results. And when he called the Georgia Secretary of State, calling about that, that was an official act as president, and he should not be held criminally liable. A thing called presidential immunity, that a president can't be held criminally liable when they're performing official acts as president. Again, to make that easier for our viewers to understand, because it can be easy, getting caught up in terminology. Again, a president cannot be criminally charged if it's an official act when they are in serving as president. And President Trump saying that it was an official act when he was looking into voter fraud, not some, alleged criminal scheme that prosecutors allege that he took part in to try and overturn the 2020 presidential election results. So again, we're still waiting for that case to come down. But as far as that abortion pill access, a very big decision, a unanimous one with the Supreme Court keeping in place access to abortion pills here in the United States.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. Go to NewsNation newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.